Today we are unboxing and assembling one of the coolest chopper styles e-bikes on the market. This is the Mangosteen FT02 with retro design, fat tires and powerful motor. It promises a lot. So let's stop talking and get it all together. Whoa. Oh, we don't need this one. Man, that's insane. I guess it is the battery. A lot of protection, which is good. Okay, this should be the accessory box. And there is another one. The charger? I don't know. We'll find out soon. Yeah, it's quite heavy. I'm not going to pull it up. It's gonna destroy my back. And as usual, I would like to keep the box just in case we need to send it back for any reason. So I will try to lay it down and pull the bike outside the box. Let's see how it's gonna be. A lot of protection, I love it. Whoa, look at these tires. This is insane.
Set the front wheel aside for now and begin removing all the protective foam from the bike and its components.
I like how they protect every single element.
Inside the accessory box, we'll find the user manual, a toolkit with a few extra tools, a pair of aluminum pedals, assembly gloves, the display unit, and the battery charger. There's also a massive headlight packed neatly in there. In the second box, we've got the stylish windshield along with its mounting brackets.
Oh, that's beautiful!
And finally, in the big box, there's the beautiful battery and a pair of keys. Let's get started by removing the stem cap using a 4mm hex key. Take a moment to untwist the cables gently, then place the handlebars onto the stem. Once everything is aligned, put the stem cap back in place and tighten the 4 screws to secure the handlebars. Now it's time to install the front wheel. Carefully flip the bike upside down. Start by removing the temporary plastic axle. Loosen all the screws, remove the axle and slide it out from the fork. Don't forget to take out the plastic spacer from the front brake caliper. Gently slide the wheel into place, making sure the brake disc fits properly into the caliper. Insert the axle through the fork and use a 10mm hex key to tighten it firmly. Give the wheel a spin. It should move freely. If not, like in our case here, we'll need to adjust the front brake. To do that, tighten the 4 screws at the bottom of the fork first. Then, to align the caliper, loosen the 2 screws holding it in place and gently shift it until the wheel spins without any rubbing or noise. Once it's in the right position, slowly tighten the screws again to lock the caliper in place. Carefully flip the bicycle back upright. Now, let's install the display. Open the 2 mounting brackets and place the display on the handlebars, making sure the cables are pointing up. I actually made the mistake of installing it with the cables facing down in my video and had to fix it later. Save yourself the trouble and get it right the first time. Connect the cables with the green connector by aligning the small arrows and snapping them together. Once it's positioned correctly, choose where you want to place the controller. Then tighten it using a hex key. Next, remove the 2 small screws from the front fork.
Alright guys, check this out. This is the front fender. It's aluminum fender. Very well painted. Look at this color. I think they are hand painted because it's amazing. So I must be very careful to install it.
Gently position the front fender in place and secure it by tightening the screws back using a 3mm hex key.
So you got to be really careful here. It's nothing like the cheap bikes I've seen.
Now let's move on to the headlight. Use a 10mm wrench and a 4mm hex key to install the headlight mounting brackets. Once the brackets are secured, insert the headlight and tighten the 2 screws with the hex key. Don't forget to connect the cables. Just align the blue connectors by matching the small arrows and snap them together. To install the windshield, start by attaching the mounting arms to it. Once that's done, use a wrench and a hex key to mount the arms onto the headlight brackets, just as shown here. Let's install the pedals. Look for the one marked L. That one goes on the left side. Screw it in by hand counterclockwise, then tighten it with a 15mm wrench. Do the same for the right pedal, but this time screw it in clockwise. To install the rear fender, start by removing the small screw located underneath the rear fork. Prepare the fender by loosely attaching the rear support bracket on top. Don't tighten it just yet. Carefully slide the fender into position. Fix the side arms to the rear fork as shown. Once the fender is properly positioned and aligned, use a 3mm hex key to firmly tighten both the top and bottom screws. Make sure the fender is straight and properly aligned. When you're satisfied with the position, go ahead and tighten the top bolts to fully secure it. We're almost done. Slide the battery into its compartment until it clicks into place. Power on the bike to test the system. Take a moment to organize and tuck away the cables neatly. Inflate the tires to the recommended pressure. And that's it.
Alright, it took some time to put it together as I was really careful. I made some mistakes, like I installed the display upside down and I had to change it later, but it's fine. It looks and feels like a premium bike. It is one of the craziest chopper bike I have ever seen and touched. So now it's time to take it for a ride.
Your Mangosteen FT02 is fully assembled and ready to ride.
ebike unboxed for the bold. From that throttle, feel the jolt. No gas, no noise, just electric bolt.